It's no big deal learning to drive a standard transmission. It makes the car zippier, they're more fun to drive. Standard transmissions is low. It's low enough that it might behoove you to learn how to drive a standard transmission. If you already know how to drive, all you gotta do is learn how to use the shifter and hydraulics. It's so simple these days.
Is it possible that a simple skill, knowing how to drive a stick, could save you thousands when buying a car? In today's video, we'll reveal how the manual transmission 2007 Toyota Corolla offers unbeatable value at a rock-bottom price, and why fewer drivers know about it. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. What if I told you a car from 2007, something most people might overlook entirely, could completely change how we think about affordability and reliability? That's exactly what happened with one particular 2007 Toyota Corolla. And by the end of this story, you might just rethink how you value older vehicles. Let's start with this. Someone bought an 07 Corolla for just $1,200. That's not a typo, a clean car, running and ready to drive for less than the cost of most smart TVs. And here's the kicker. After an accident, the insurance company offered a payout of $2,600.
The insurance company looks at it, they give them $2,600 to fix it. It's a Toyota Corolla after all. Reasons.
Over twice the purchase price. Instead of using that money for repairs, the owner walked away with a profit of more than $1,000 after driving the car. Essentially, they got paid to own it. The math might sound surreal, but it's a perfect example of how older, overlooked cars like this can sometimes turn into unexpected financial wins. Now, this instantly hits on a tough stigma. When people think cheap car, their minds often jump to unreliable clunkers or endless repair bills. They see older vehicles as little more than problems waiting to happen. And then there's the manual transmission factor. Because fewer people know how to drive a stick.
He got such a good price to car in the first place is, as you can see, a standard transmission.
Cars like this Corolla tend to get written off as outdated or impractical, yet that widespread perception is exactly what makes them such a steal for the right driver. Think about this. The automatic transmission crowd has driven up prices for modern SUVs and even compact cars. New vehicles today often come with so much tech, touchscreens, advanced safety features, built-in software, that it not only raises the sticker price, but also increases the likelihood of expensive repairs down the line. Meanwhile, the humble stick-shift Corolla flies under the radar with fewer buyers interested purely because it's a manual. This lack of demand translates directly into lower prices, making it a goldmine for drivers who are willing or savvy enough to embrace a simpler driving experience. Imagine paying a fraction of the price for a car you can rely on every day just because you know how to operate a clutch pedal. And here's where things get even more interesting. This isn't just about saving money up front. Let's look at insurance payout mechanics. Insurance companies determine the value of a car not based solely on its age, but on market demand and replacement costs.
But he doesn't fix it. They're great vehicles that run a long time. They're not tanks by any stretch of the imagination, but all he did was buff it up. So he actually got paid to buy the car. He paid $1,200, he got $26, he made money on the deal.
This is why that $1,200 Corolla could generate a $2,600 payout. While older cars generally depreciate, the Corolla's reputation for reliability and its consistent demand in the used market makes it a standout exception. Combine that with the low acquisition cost, and it becomes one of the rare cases where owning a car starts to feel more like a wise financial decision than a necessary expense. Another compelling angle? Fuel efficiency. This Corolla gets up to 37 miles per gallon on the highway with its manual transmission, a figure that still outperforms many newer cars, especially larger automatics and SUVs. Unlike today's automatics, which can experience slippage in their torquey converters during city driving, a manual transmission offers a direct mechanical connection. That connection not only enhances efficiency, but also provides a driving experience that's zippier and more engaging, a rarity in the age of increasingly computerized vehicles. For drivers who do a lot of in-town driving, this translates to savings every time they fill up, adding further value to a car that already costs next to nothing to begin with.
He just told me it's $20 worth of McGuire's paste and buffed it out. over $1,000. He got paid to take the car, and that was last year. He's still driving it.
Of course, cars like this may still raise eyebrows for skeptics. After all, how can a car this cheap also be reliable? But that's exactly the genius of the Corolla. Its low maintenance design and minimal electronics mean there's simply less to go wrong. While modern cars with lane assist features and infotainment systems rack up repair bills when these systems fail, the Corolla thrives on its simplicity. It's easy to overlook a car like this in a market dominated by marketing hype for newer, flashier models. But when you focus on what actually matters, it starts making perfect sense. By now, some of you might be reconsidering what you thought about an older manual car. The 07 Corolla isn't just cheap, it's proof of something bigger. Less can actually mean more. The stripped-down functionality, combined with its resale and insurance payoff potential, demonstrate that this isn't just a car, it's a case study in how smart a simple investment can be. Now, we focused on affordability here, but as strong as the cost savings are, they're just one factor in the Corolla's impressive reputation. This car has something else under the hood that makes it really stand out. Let's take a closer look at why this little sedan refuses to quit, even after decades of use. How does a car abandoned in a barn for years fire right up as if it rolled off the assembly line yesterday? The secret lies in the brilliant design of the 2007 Toyota Corolla. At the heart of it is the 1.8-liter engine, known as one of Toyota's most dependable creations, and it's no stretch to say it's helped cement the Corolla's legendary reputation for reliability. This engine isn't flashy, but it's efficient, durable, and almost absurdly easy to maintain, and that's what sets it apart from so many of today's vehicles. The challenge of finding a reliable used car has become more frustrating than ever. Modern models are often bogged down by overly complex systems and high-tech components. Cars that come packed with advanced safety features, touchscreen displays, and even self-driving capabilities might sound convenient, but these same systems can be a nightmare to repair when something goes wrong. Replacing a single sensor in a newer vehicle can run into the hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. The 2007 Corolla simply doesn't have these vulnerabilities. Its engine sticks to the basics, proven mechanical components with none of the fragile electronics designed to fail and cost you money over time. Take a closer look at what makes it tick, and it's no surprise this car has a reputation for outlasting its competition. First, there's the engine itself. The 1.8-liter unit used in this Corolla is hailed for its simplicity. This isn't an engine loaded with unnecessary bells and whistles. It's straightforward, relies on time-tested engineering, and is shared with other Toyota models like the Matrix. It's also easy to work on. Routine maintenance tasks like oil changes, transmission fluid replacements, and brake repairs can all be done by the average owner with a little guidance, saving even more on labor costs. And with a vast supply of affordable aftermarket parts, keeping this car running isn't a wallet-breaking event. Rust is another area where this Corolla sets itself apart. Back in the 80s, Toyota struggled with rust issues, something older Corolla owners would be quick to point out. But by 2007, Toyota had significantly improved rust prevention on their vehicles. The Corolla's body from this generation features advanced anti-corrosion measures, making it far more resistant to wear and tear from the elements. For buyers in areas where road salt or humidity wreaks havoc on vehicles, this feature alone makes it worth serious consideration. Fuel efficiency is the next big win. The manual transmission version of the 07 Corolla gets an impressive 37 miles per gallon on the highway, a figure that easily beats many modern automatic cars, even hybrids, when it comes to cost effectiveness. Here's why. Manual transmissions don't have a torque converter like automatics, which can result in what's called slippage during city driving. Instead, manuals rely on direct mechanical gears that transfer more power to the wheels and waste less energy. That means less fuel burned, fewer trips to the gas station, and lower overall operating costs. Compare that to a lot of newer vehicles on the market today, which often fall short of expectations in fuel economy despite all the hype. Let's look at something like the Hyundai Elantra Hybrid, for example. Sure, it boasts impressive technology and modern capabilities, but it's a dual clutch transmission hybrid, a vehicle whose added complexity can lead to higher maintenance costs down the road. The simplicity of the Corolla's design avoids all of that. Fewer parts to break mean fewer chances of costly repairs interfering with your budget. And about performance, it's worth pointing out that this engine isn't just about reliability. A modified version of the 1.8-liter engine in the Corolla has been used in small Lotus sports cars. While this doesn't mean the Corolla will suddenly turn into a race car, it does highlight the engine's versatility and build quality. It can handle a lot more than meets the eye, which is yet another piece of its enduring legacy. Pair that with its light body and nimble handling, and what you get is a well-balanced, efficient vehicle that still feels responsive and fun to drive. If we zoom out, this simplicity isn't just about making the car cost-effective, it's about control. The straightforward design puts the power in the hands of drivers, not manufacturers or mechanics. By avoiding the tangled web of high-end tech, this car eliminates a lot of the headaches that come with newer models. No complicated software updates, no obscure error codes requiring trips to the dealership, just a car that works, and works well. The 2007 Toyota Corolla's design goes against the grain. In a world where vehicles are marketed as highly connected, complex machines, this car remains an example of how less can actually mean more. It's not overly designed, and that's exactly why it lasts. And while hybrids and heavily tech-laden cars might seem like the better deal, you start to realize they don't always measure up to what the Corolla can deliver: ease of use, reliability, and a serious reduction in long-term costs. So how does this car really hold up against today's offerings? The answer is clearer than ever. The 2007 Toyota Corolla isn't just a bargain, it's a reminder that simplicity and reliability still matter in a world dominated by expensive, tech-heavy cars. Its robust 1.8-liter engine and low-maintenance design highlight how practicality can outperform flashier options, especially when you consider lower repair costs and a longer lifespan. It challenges the idea that newer always means better, showing how a straightforward design focused on durability can deliver real value. If you've overlooked cars like this, it's time to rethink what really matters: performance, cost, and dependability. Explore manual cars, you might be surprised. Drop your thoughts or questions below, and let's discuss.